Hello friends, welcome back to ROMcart. So recently I posted a poll in my channel for the next ROM that I should try on my Realme 6i, and the mostly voted ROM was the PixelOS. So today in this video I am going to review the PixelOS 18th April build, and this is the build that I flashed in my phone, and you can see the changelog right here and the bugs. So in this video I'm going to talk about the smoothness, the overall stability, the battery backup and gaming performance. So if you are new to my channel, make sure to subscribe to this channel, and I make custom ROM reviews and other related videos like that. So let's get started. In first look, I will say this is just like the older builds of PixelOS. You can see how snappy this is. It's just as smooth as the last builds. You can see there is no jitter in the animation and the smoothness is really good. You can see the ROM is really stable, and in the recent style we get the select feature and the screenshot, and here we get the clear all button, and the select feature is working fine, you can see. So first of all, let's talk about the benchmark scores because that's important. So first of all, I tested the Antutu after using the performance script, and I got 3,89,248, and without the performance script I also tested the Antutu and got this much score. So you can see the score is pretty much decent if we don't use the performance script, and I will say this is not good actually, because the Realme 6 is really capable to get 3,80,000 score. Now talking about the CPU throttling test, without using the performance script I got this much score. You can see the CPU throttled only 69% of its maximum performance, and the graph is not stable at all. It's really bad. But when I used the performance script I got this much score. You can see the CPU throttled 83% of its maximum performance, and the graph is not that bad, and it's not excellent also. So these two are the benchmarks that I tested. Now talking about the overview, let's go to the settings. So this is the about of this ROM. This is based on Android 14, and the kernel is 3.14.336 Stormbreaker kernel, which is good for battery backup, but this kernel doesn't come with kernel SU, so for rooting you have to rely on the Magisk. So currently I am using the Magisk 27, and this is how I used the performance script after rooting with Magisk. Now moving back to the settings, we get the radio info in device details. Then in system we get the keyboard gestures, and in gestures we get these shortcuts. We get the touchscreen gestures, which is not working actually. Then the quick torch, which is working like other ROM. There is no issue using it, you can see. Then we have the swipe to screenshot, the press and hold power button, and we get the advanced restart right here, which is by default turned off. So make sure to turn it on after you set up this ROM. Then we have the one-handed mode and the navigation mode, and in navigation mode we get these options. We don't get any option to hide the IME button space. However, we get an option to hide the gesture bar, but that doesn't hide the IME button space under the keyboard. So in device unlock we get the pixel imprint, which is the fingerprint unlock. Then we get the watch unlock. So if you have Galaxy Watch, then you can directly rotate your watch to unlock your phone. Then we have the unlock your phone and verify that it's you. So these are basically unlocking options when you set the fingerprint. Then in wallpaper and style we get the clock color and size in the lock screen, and we can also customize the clock style. Then in more wallpapers we get the AI wallpaper, which is basically the latest feature of Pixel ROM, and here you can customize everything. Like if we choose any other word rather than the preset, then it will create a new wallpaper based on that line, and you can see it has created a new wallpaper based on the text that I entered. Then we also have some more options like painting, mineral, etc. And in emoji workshop we get emoji based wallpapers, and you can also customize this by yourself. and we also get the Google wallpapers. Now in more lock screen options, we get the dynamic lock, shortcuts, use device controls, add text on lock screen, etc. So if we add any text in the lock screen, it will show like this, you can see. Now in display we get the refresh rate, and this time we get adaptive refresh rate. Then we have the lift to wake, tap to wake. The lift to wake does not work from here, but you can customize that from home screen. And if we hold in the home screen, we get some extra options in the search settings. Swipe up to search, which is this settings basically, and you can search anything, and if you enter, it will do a Google search for it. Then we have the web search and people, Google Play Store, etc. In sound and vibration we don't get the increasing ring volume, but we get the rest of options, and in additional sounds we get these options. Now talking about the battery backup is decent. It's not really good or bad. I get around 5 to 6 hours of screen on time with my 73% battery health, and we have an option to enable the battery percentage in the status bar. Then we have charging control, and you can use this to keep your battery health safe, and we have the battery widget. Now in network and internet we have the private DNS, then we have the network traffic indicator. So this is all about the settings, and in this ROM we don't get the game space. We have default apps, assistant and screen time. So guys, this time the auto unlock feature is added. So when you enter the correct pin, the device automatically unlocks, and the default camera of this ROM is the Lineage camera, and this is on Android 14, so it shows the Android beta program pop up every time you restart your phone. However, that's not a big issue. And another big thing is this ROM comes with the Play Store certification by default, so you can use payment apps without any issue after installing this ROM until you do root. So you can see I have rooted, and the safety net is present. However, the basic integrity is passed, but the CTS profile is failed. However, you can still use the payment apps. You can see the Google Pay is not showing any issue, also the Phone Pay, you can see. And for gaming review I have installed the unlocker module, so let's jump to the gaming review. So guys, in the Antutu we did not get satisfactory result without the script, and also in CPU throttling test we did not get much performance without the performance script. So let's see how is the performance in the BGMI, and I will do a quick arena training in the team deathmatch mode. So guys, the frame rate is set to 90 FPS, and I am currently not using any performance script, so all you can see is the raw performance of this ROM. So let's do a quick team deathmatch, and for FPS meter I am using the KF mark, and you can see the FPS right here.
Moderation, pay frequent breaks, and play responsibly.
So the KF mark is not working basically, so let's restart the app. So the KF mark is crashing automatically, so we cannot see the frame rate, and the BGMI restarts, so the RAM management is not good. So none of the FPS meters are working. I recently tried the Franco kernel manager FPS meter, but that did not work too, so we have to rely on the 60 FPS video. Just watch the video and get the idea how much FPS we get. And you can see without any script the frame rate is around 15 to 20 FPS, although it is set to 90. So I will use the performance script, and if you don't know what is performance script, it is basically a .sh file which we can run through file managers by granting root. And after using the script, you can see we are getting 70 to 80 FPS instantly. So after using the script, we get around 70 FPS in the team deathmatch, and in battle royale we would probably get around 60 to 65 FPS definitely. So let's leave the match. Now talking about the installation, let me show you by rebooting to the custom recovery. In my case, I'm using the Pitch Black Recovery 4.0. So this is basically the Pitch Black Recovery 4.0, which has decryption, so you can use the internal storage. Although you should remove the screen lock before flashing a custom ROM. So I will only show the process, because if I flash the ROM, all data will be wiped in my phone. So if you use the Pitch Black Recovery 4.0, there you don't have to do any advanced wipe. Just go to wipe and select the Dalvik cache data and swipe to wipe, then go to install and head over to the ROM zip and swipe to flash the ROM. After flashing the ROM, go to format data, type yes and hit enter, and it will change the data and cache it to F2FS, and the installation will be finished. Then after that, just click on reboot system and the PixelOS will boot normally without any issue. So this is about the installation. So this is all about PixelOS 18th April build for Realme RM675 devices, and the RM675 devices include Realme 6, 6i Indian, Realme 7, Narzo 20 Pro and Narzo 30 4G. So if you are new to my channel, make sure to subscribe to this channel, and if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.